Welcome to I'll Be There, the ultimate wedding podcast by Priya
and Nim
from Pristine Events. Whether you're a bride-to-be
or a groom gearing up
or just a wedding lover at heart, we've got you.
Welcome back to another episode of I'll Be There. I'm Nim.
I'm Priya.
And today we're going to be discussing a contract that was sent by a bride, an actual bride, to her bridesmaids of her expectations for the wedding day. Now, this was sent in to us by a very loyal follower and who specifically requested us to go through every single one of these 37 points on this contract. So buckle up.
Yeah, I feel like everyone loves a bit of bridesmaid or mother-in-law drama. I feel like
bride and bridesmaids drama is the best.
Yeah, I feel like let's just dive straight in. So I don't know who the bride is that actually wrote. I would love to know who she is actually and what kind of wedding she's having. But this was posted on Puberty. So there's 37 points. I'm going to go through each one and I want to know your reaction, because there actually probably are some of these that are fair and some of these that are ridiculous.
I've had a quick skim. I haven't thought too deeply about them.
Okay.
But I saw them and read them well enough to think that we can get a whole episode out of this. So
let's go. Okay, fine. Number 1, I will not try to convince the bride to change anything in her wedding. Agree, disagree?
I think that's fine. I agree with that. I mean, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
It's the bride's wedding.
Yeah.
Bride is welcome to tell the bridesmaid, hey, by the way, I don't really want any feedback.
Yeah, I agree. But I think it's fine to give advice if they ask for it, obviously.
Yeah.
Number 2, I will not talk negative about anyone in the wedding.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine to ask your bridesmaids not to talk negatively about things in the wedding.
It's just about anyone in the wedding.
Anyone in the wedding. Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
yeah,
that
arguably,
arguably could be seen as a good thing, right? Look, I just don't want any bad vibes.
Okay, fine. So far, so good.
Mm-hmm.
2 out of 2. Okay, the next, I don't even know if I can say the next one out, because someone somewhere is going to think I've said this and then I'm going to get cancelled.
Especially the way that I'm going to.
Yeah, honestly. It's number 3. Number 3 is I will not gain more than 3 kg between now and the wedding, which is just crazy. But I think I'm hoping the only reason they're saying it is because they maybe don't want to pay for dress alterations rather than.
Or the bride doesn't want fat bridesmaids.
Okay,
but
that's ridiculous.
Just because of the dress alterations.
But either way, you can't tell someone that. Also, what if they're trying for a baby and get pregnant? You just don't know. So that's ridiculous. I don't even know how she wrote this all. Number 4, I will wear only black or dark brown hair on the day of the wedding. Highlights may be accepted with prior approval.
I will only have what? Black or dark brown hair?
Yeah. What if you're blonde? I don't understand.
I mean, I'm assuming that the bridesmaid has black or dark brown hair.
Okay.
And I think she's saying, look, don't get funky hair for the wedding because it's going to ruin the photos.
How do you feel about that? Can you can't if she wanted to dye her hair pink, that's not really on you to say. But selfishly as the bride, it may not go with your aesthetic.
Yeah, but your bridesmaids aren't a prop in your wedding.
I know that. But I'm just saying, I don't agree with her. You can't tell someone what to do. I'm just saying these are inside thoughts that you have. If your bridesmaid of 20 years has always had black hair and then all of a sudden the week of your wedding dyed it bright pink, and then in all your pictures you've got a bridesmaid with bright pink hair, obviously your inside voice is thinking, okay, could you not have waited till after the wedding?
Yeah.
But I don't agree. You can't tell someone what to do.
Yeah.
I cannot wear any lashes the day of the wedding unless professionally installed. I don't even understand why that has to be said. Why does it matter if...
I guess you can sometimes see, girls wearing sort of chavvy fake eyelashes.
Yeah.
Versus...
Oh,
okay.
You mean when
done.
they're
weighing your eyelids down and you look like...
So number 6, the bride says, I have to attend the bridal shower and bachelorette party, fitting and dress rehearsals, and the wedding. The only time this can be missed is death, jail, pregnancy over 5 months, and some sickness with doctor's note.
Yeah.
It's the with doctor's note as well. That's so.
Yeah, that's why I think that these little comments kind of makes it seem like she's saying this is a joke.
I mean, I really hope so. I really want to find where this is originally from. If anyone listening knows where the original post is, please send it to us. You think those are fair excuses?
I mean, I think if put yourself in the bride's shoes, right?
Yeah.
What would have been a legitimate reason?
Yeah.
That a bridesmaid could have given you that you would have been like, yeah, fair, to not come to one of your pre-wedding events. I.e., if they'd gone, oh hey, by the way, I've got this dinner planned on the same day as your bachelorette party, you'd have been like,
no, yeah.
No, right?
Yeah.
If they'd been like, oh, I'm really sorry, I've got this school reunion planned on your rehearsal dinner, you'd have been like, what?
Yeah.
Right? I think the only thing that you would have accepted is
like
serious illness.
Things, yeah.
And probably you would have asked for a doctor's note.
No, I would not have asked for a doctor's note. The only thing that I would say is that it depends how much time notice you gave. Like, if you plan some of these things a bit more last minute, you then can't be annoyed if they did have this big thing already planned, or if they had a holiday already planned, or if they had. But obviously, if you've given someone like a year or 18 months notice, then I think most things are like you should have it in your diary, and nothing else should really come in the way unless it's like emergency things. Okay, next one, number 7. The bride says to the bridesmaid, I will take care of my skin, hair and nails from now until the wedding.
I think that's a bit ridiculous. I
Wild.
think the expectation of your bridesmaids, I don't think I should be saying this. I think you should be saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think the expectations of your bridesmaids to have presentable hair, presentable nails, like you wouldn't want them like having chipped. Probably want your bridesmaids to like painted their nails, or not to have like bitten their nails, and like if they don't normally bite them.
I have no idea. I just feel like I think what she means is I want you to look put together.
Yeah.
But again, also depends on what your bridesmaids are like. If you've got bridesmaids that aren't really like into that stuff, that aren't into skincare or hair care or like general like skincare beauty vibes, you then can't expect them to take up these regimes if that's just not what they're like. So that one's, I think, yeah, it's just all of it's giving very entitled, but I'm really enjoying reading them. The next one is number 8. The bride will choose my makeup artist on the day of the wedding. That's okay.
Yeah. I think that's
if they're paying for it.
Yeah. I think if you're going to tell your bridesmaids to get a makeup artist, as a bride, you need to pay for it.
Yeah, like if you don't want to go with the one the bride's going for, agree. Yeah. Right, that one's fine. Number 9, I will agree to wear the dress the bride chooses regardless of my own opinion, style or colour.
No, I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think obviously brides generally choose the bridesmaids' dresses, but I think she should kind of factor in what the bridesmaids might normally wear.
Yeah.
And if there's a choice of style, right? So if you've got like a colour, maybe they'll be like, you know, some bridesmaids might not want to wear a sleeveless dress.
Yeah.
So maybe give them a sleeved option.
Yeah.
Or they don't like a particular style. My view is that I think it's probably easier to just have a colour palette.
Yeah.
But I appreciate, you know, having everybody wearing the exact same thing does look nicer. But unless everybody's the same body shape, and has a similar style, I think it's quite difficult. Because, you know, unless you're paying for it, I don't think you can just tell people what to wear.
But even if you're paying for it, don't you think you need to take into consideration how they
definitely need to take into consideration. So the fact that she's saying, you know, you can't say anything back, kind of implies that the bride is just saying my way or the highway.
This whole thing is my way or the highway. But what I will say is, and it's what we always say, is that we can tell when the brides aren't really comfortable on the day.
Yeah.
If they aren't feeling themselves, if they feel conscious in their dress or their hair and makeup, we can also feel it from the bridesmaids. And of course, they're not as important as the bride, but you want the girls around you to be like confident and happy and positive, not like, oh my god, I really hate how this dress makes me look, and I really feel really conscious in it, and like just be a bit moody about it, or a bit like just, I don't know, upset, conscious about it. So I think you just want your girls to be really comfortable. So I think just take that into consideration. Okay, number 10, the bride says to the bridesmaid, I will not wear any extra accessories, items of clothing or jewelry the day of the wedding except for my wedding or engagement ring.
Okay, so what she's saying is she wants them to look very much in line with one another, without having like someone's going to wear like, I guess, a blingy necklace. Yeah,
or like bracelets or like hair accessories.
I think that's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I think, you know, getting people to wear the same dress, I think to some extent is acceptable. Tell them how to accessorize it. Like, a bracelet isn't going to make a massive difference in terms of what it's going to look like in photos or videos.
Yeah.
So then you're just being a control freak.
Yeah.
And like, these people aren't your models going down a catwalk. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not paying them. So to expect them to look like carbon copies of one another.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Yeah, no, I agree. Also, like, you want them to show their personality as well. A little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I think, well, you should anyway.
Not if that personality involves hair colour other than brown or black.
Hair colour or jewellery.
I feel like this is quite similar to one we read about bridesmaids. I will not intentionally fall pregnant before the wedding.
Oh, God.
Pregnancy under 5 months will not be excused from attending wedding events. Interesting.
So wild.
So you're not allowed to intentionally fall pregnant.
Yeah, what about if you unintentionally fall pregnant?
So what, you just get knocked up by a stranger?
Or just have a really drunk night. I don't know. I think that's crazy. Also, I think kind of like what we talked about on the bridesmaid like episode, you have to also be realistic at the age you're getting married and what your friends around you are doing. If you have a lot of married friends, a lot of them might be starting that next chapter, and as everyone knows, you just can't predict these things. So that in itself is crazy. Also, why is it 5 months is the cutoff? Like below 5 months, you can't be excused, but after 5 months you're allowed to not go to anything. That's essentially what she's saying.
I don't know. I mean, look, I think ultimately all of these are just nonsense. I think what we should do is just pick them apart in terms of the thought process behind them.
Yeah.
And like what our views on that sort of general theme.
Yeah.
So I guess the next one is I will support the bride in everything she chooses.
Unless you think the bride is doing something really cray or like really wrong, and then obviously I think your role as a friend is to call her out or like talk it through and be like, look, I think, you know, you're being a bit bridezilla. Well, without saying it like that.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. No, I agree. I just think that what is the point of having bridesmaids, right? In my head, it's to kind of support you and to help you with decisions and various aspects of the wedding.
Yeah.
But if you just want a yes man, then you should just get like a slave or an assistant or something, right?
Yeah, true.
Okay, this one. I will not consume more than 7 units of alcohol during any event except bachelorette party. There will be no limit.
Oh, okay, that's nice that she gave them no limits for the bachelorette. Wait, what's 7 units? So that's like 3 doubles? Wow, that's really not a lot then, is it?
No, it's not a lot at all.
That's wild. But why does she, I guess maybe in case she needs help on the day and doesn't want like sloppy bridesmaids.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sloppy bridesmaids thing. I mean, I don't think it's so much. I think she also just doesn't want them to cause a scene or anything.
Yeah. I think I'm just trying to think, like, would you be annoyed if your bridesmaids got wasted at your wedding?
Would I?
No, obviously not you. I mean, like, I'm thinking as a bride, would you be annoyed?
I would be more annoyed if my groomsmen didn't drink at my wedding.
No, but not saying to drink, but like get really drunk.
Yeah, but if I had the two options of being completely sober and being wasted, I would much rather than be wasted. Like, you're at least trying to have fun and like, you know, there's a point before you get wasted, hopefully, where you're like good energy, vibing out, bringing people together on the dance floor.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping it wouldn't go from, you know, being there to being like on the floor throwing up.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't think you can limit anyone with drinking, but unless you've got bridesmaids that like are normally the kind of people that take it too far and get really wasted, I think then I can understand why you'd be a bit cautious, but you still can't tell people what they can and can't do.
Yeah. I will not bring a date to the wedding or reception without bridal approval.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's
a
fine.
normal rule,
Yeah, that's a normal rule, I think.
I'm glad there's like 3 rules so far that we've agreed with.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's more kind of, you know, I mean, not the weddings that kind of we organise where it's just like, I'll bring a +1.
Yeah.
The weddings that we organise are very much like this specific person and this specific person are invited to the wedding, so that they would have already been pre-approved by the bride or groom.
Yeah.
I will not bring any outside people except kids to any meeting. Okay, so this is not talking about the wedding itself. This is talking about anything involved in the planning process.
Yeah.
I'd assume. So it's nice that she's understanding that people have children.
Surprised she let them say.
But who are these outside people that you would bring to a meeting?
Yeah, I don't know. Why would you bring your partner to your friend's wedding meeting? That's just bizarre.
Yeah, that's just a bit dumb.
That was a random one.
I will not bring my kids to the wedding unless they are a part of the wedding party. No exceptions. I think that's fair.
Yeah. Right?
Like, most people, when they're sending out invites, are clear, or at least they try to be clear. It's often one of the hardest parts to kind of navigate.
Yeah.
About whether or not they want kids. Mm-hmm. So the idea that you just bring kids anyway, I think would be ridiculous.
You can't
so I think
entitled.
That's actually fair.
Yeah.
I'm with the bride on that. I will make sure I have an accountable babysitter the day of all events, and I understand that no show for no babysitter will not be an acceptable excuse.
I think her point on making sure there's a babysitter for all days is fair. Like, you should obviously pre-organise that.
Mm-hmm.
However, if the babysitter cancels last minute, and sometimes that happens, what can you do? Like, that's kind of out of your hands, right?
Yeah.
But I do think that a lot of people do struggle with weddings because of the whole childcare element. If they don't have grandparents nearby, they maybe don't have anyone that they trust to be able to look after children, so therefore it does become an issue.
Yeah.
So that is a thing that I've seen even from like our clients being like, oh, only one of the couple can come that we've invited because they can't get childcare.
Yeah.
So it is, I wouldn't say it's an excuse because it's a valid excuse, but it is a reason that people don't come to weddings.
Yeah. I think what she's saying is like, look, I really want you there no matter what. Which, you know, I mean, I get it. You're making them sign a contract, so clearly you have like really specific you have a really specific vision of how you want the wedding to be. I think most people would be annoyed if their bridesmaid couldn't come at the last minute because of a babysitter failing.
Yeah.
Like failing to attend.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I will not make any advances towards males in the wedding party. I think this goes hand in hand with I won't drink more than 7 units.
Being a sloppy mess.
Yeah.
I think it's quite cute if a bridesmaid and groomsmen get together. That would be like the ultimate love story.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. I know why you're smiling, because hopefully that's a thing.
Yeah, fingers
for
crossed
someone we know. But anyway, but I think that would be so nice, actually. So I don't think you should limit that. I think only if it's going to create awkwardness, I don't know, because of whatever reason. But I think if they get on, like, why not? Make your advances.
Yeah.
I like at the end of the night, not like, during canapes.
Why not? Like, what does she want? I feel like she wants her bridesmaids to just be like standing next to her like robots, all dressed, looking identical to each other with black or brown hair, not having fun, not drinking, not speaking to the group male like the wedding party.
I want to know who this bride is so badly.
I will not date anyone in the wedding party that I wasn't dating before I signed this contract.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
I will be happy and positive at all times during wedding and reception.
That's a nice one. I feel like going back to what we talked about in Bridesmaid episode, like you do need to be positive, happy vibes because...
But I'm not sure signing a contract to be happy is what makes someone happy.
No, I mean, I don't think signing a contract full stop makes any sense, but I do think that's a fair point. You want good vibes from your girls. You want them there, happy, on the dance floor, vibing.
I will not grow sensitive and angry with the bride because I understand that she has a bossy attitude. No shit.
Well, you know what? At least she's acknowledging that she's bossy.
Yeah. Real self-awareness with this bride. I will not attempt to outdo the bride in any way.
Oh.
I mean, I think that's fair. I don't think that needs to be something that's written down.
Yeah. I don't think anyone goes out of their way to outdo a bride.
And I think, you're only allowed one hairstyle,
yeah.
no jewellery.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Like, get a tattoo on your face or something to out... Like, what is there that you could possibly do? Maybe
bring your own secret makeup artist to completely glam you up differently. I don't know. But that's
but you know what you won't be able to do? Have your own hairstyle. Because the next one is, I will wear the hairstyle the bride chooses for the wedding day.
See, okay, on that note, I'm just thinking back to when I've been a bridesmaid. Because to be fair, for my civil, all the bridesmaids had the same hair, half up, half down. It's just a classic bridesmaid like look. And when I've been a bridesmaid,
but is that because you told them to wear it like that? Or...
As in, I organised the hair and makeup, but I just said like because the reason I wanted it half up, half down is because I wanted like some flower things in the back, so you can't really pin it if your hair's down.
Well, what if someone had been like, "Oh, I don't like my hair up." Well, I've got a fat face, so I like having my hair down.
I probably would have been okay with it, but no one said anything to me. But then
because you're bossy?
No, but then I'm thinking back to when I was a bridesmaid. It was just like you just turn up and they've organised your hair and makeup and you just get done whatever they've asked. Actually, on both those occasions I'm thinking of, it was also half up, half down. It's just a classic bridesmaid look.
I think all of this just goes back down to how good a friend you are.
Yeah, and
also like understanding their personality, right? Like I think, if you're asking anything of anybody within some sort of reason, I appreciate reason is subjective, they would do it for you if you know that they would do the same thing back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you asked that of your bridesmaid, you would do the same thing back.
Yeah, agree.
I understand that I have to purchase my own dress and shoes and hairstyle for the wedding. Okay, that's
ridiculous.
A joke. That's a joke.
Yeah.
Like, you said all of these things, but then it has to come out of your own pocket.
Yeah.
I understand that the bachorette party may be a destination getaway.
Oh, as in it might be abroad.
As in it's abroad, yeah.
Okay.
She did say that you're allowed to drink as much as you want.
It's going to be such a fun bachelorette.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like people have so many opinions on this, especially on the internet these days. But like, you just have to know your crowd.
Know your crowd. I completely agree. Hen stag party. Like, why would you not want to go? Like, especially if everybody knows each other. Why would you not want to go on holiday with your friends?
It's like a group holiday.
Yeah, it's just. I guess it's just excessive when you've been on 3 that year.
Yeah.
And everyone's doing it. Then it's like, okay, look, I've got a finite amount of annual leave.
Yeah.
Do we have to keep doing this?
And it is expensive, and I understand that.
Yeah.
I think there are ways you can be cost effective about it, but ultimately it adds up. But I don't think you should be made to feel guilty about having a hen abroad or wanting a hen abroad.
Yeah.
But as long as you as the bride is okay with, if people drop out because they can't afford it, then, or they've got other things going on and they can't fly or whatever, then that's okay.
Yeah, agree. I understand that I have to purchase a bachelorette party t-shirt and fund my own trip if it is away.
I mean, surely you have to fund your own trip even if it's in the same country anyway.
Yeah, especially when she's making you pay for your hairstylist, your dress, shoes. But for some reason she's going to pay...
This sounds like the worst bride ever. I really want to find out where the original post is.
Yeah. I understand the maid and matron of honour will need help funding some of the events.
I think maybe they mean like the activities for
fine,
the
okay. The wedding and
bachelorette,
reception are not included.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
fine,
you have to like contribute towards it.
I understand that the bride does not want any suggestion, and this agreement is on here twice, 2 different ways, because the bride wants it to be clear. Only suggestion allowed is a way to get her exact item at a cheaper price.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be really terrified if I was a bride. I think I might have to decline it if I was a bridesmaid for this bride. That's wild. Although I am good at finding bargains, so I probably could find a good dupe for her. But I'd probably be too scared to suggest it because she basically wants bridesmaids that are seen and not heard. That is crazy.
I will not drop out of the wedding party for any of the reasons listed above. If I do not like anything listed, I will not sign the contract and I will be replaced. I understand that if I do not agree to the above terms, it will not ruin the bride and I's friendship. But if I sign and agree and later want to drop out, then it will ruin our friendship.
Basically what she's saying is, if you don't want to sign it and don't want to be my bridesmaid now, fair enough, because you're telling me from the beginning. But if you sign it, you come along part of the way, you get my hopes up, I've started planning around you in terms of involving you in things, and then you drop out, that's going to piss me off. Which, at least she's giving them a way out, and I honestly kind of hope that all the people are really considering it before they sign.
Well, who the hell is going to sign this? I understand that no friendship to the bride is bigger than anyone in her wedding party, and everyone will be treated equally.
Okay, fair. She wants some equal rights. We love that.
I understand that I may have to do physical activity at the reception, and this requires practices provided by the bride. Why is she referred to it as physical activity? It's like she's doing like a relay race or sports day.
Maybe people do that at weddings, well, or like the day after.
I like the fact that there's no like real flow in this. It's just kind
like
of her
random thoughts.
The next one is no coloured contact lenses allowed. Now, at this point, she's just brain dumping anything that comes to her mind.
I want to meet her. I'd love to get her on as a guest, actually.
Yeah, or to kind of bring... It's not even like she's trying to like make up a round number. It ends at 37. It's just so random. No black drawn-on eyebrows or thick drawn-on. Matter of fact, revert back to makeup law above.
Okay, that's nice. She's referencing previous terms and conditions.
She's basically saying, don't go full Amanda Bynes. No glossy coloured lipstick allowed.
Oh no.
In brackets, the kind that looks very, very shiny and bright.
Oh no.
No colourful nails the day of the wedding. Only colours allowed are American, French or nudes. I'm no nail expert, but those aren't colours, those are styles.
Yeah. Why don't you let her know?
I am.
No, nude is a colour.
Okay, fine. French is not a colour.
Yeah, French is a style, yeah.
Yeah.
And American, what is American?
Maybe really long.
Can
with
I
like
Google it up?
Bejeweled.
What are you basing that on? I have a feeling it's a different type of French. Let me see. American nails. I'm just really interested.
What's English? Like chewed up?
Huh? Yeah. No, nothing's come up. I would really, if anyone knows what American nails are, please let us know.
I will provide the bride with my normal 7-day schedule within 5 days of signing this contract.
What? She'd provide with her
I'll
7
provide
day...
a 7-day schedule, I guess, so that she knows when you're free to like help out with
this
stuff.
This is so wild.
And the last one is I will agree to save at least $50 a month for expenses for the next 14 months. So basically, she needs to save $700.
I'm guessing that's to go towards like the hen and the, like, I'm assuming that's what it is.
I think so.
I mean, I hope so. I hope it's not to help with the wedding funds because that is crazy. Well, this girl's got to pay for a hen, a hen, rehearsal dinner, her bridesmaid dress, her makeup, and her hair. At least she doesn't have to buy any jewelry though, so, or coloured contacts. So you know she'll save a bit.
Yeah, she'll wear glasses in the wedding.
Okay, that is crazy.
Wow.
Summary is...
Brides are crazy.
Yeah. That is wild. Yeah, but yeah, I would love to know who she is. If anyone does know where the original post is, please send it to us. And I also want to know if anyone signed it. I think this
is an extremely useful episode. I think all of our potential clients are going to love me reading out this random contract. But you know what it is? I actually think it's quite interesting because whilst I don't know if this actually happened, I think some of the things on there are actually things that brides do think.
Yeah.
Like they do want their bridesmaids to look quite similar. They do want, like you said yourself, they do want them to have the same hairdo.
Yeah.
They don't want them to have pink hair and like green eyes if they don't normally have pink hair and green eyes, right? I guess obviously this is like an exaggerated version of that where it's like, look, sign here and like this is what's going to happen, because you know we've discussed situations where bridesmaids have pulled out like closer to the time, either because they don't feel like they can give enough to the bride or they feel like they don't have the time commitment. And essentially what she's saying is, hey, just don't do that, like once you've signed this, or like this is like symbolic of like, look, if you've agreed to be my like bridesmaid, just do a good job. And these are kind of the things that I'd expect.
No, I agree. I think, like we said earlier, a lot of this is inside thoughts, and I think you've also just got, like we said in the bridesmaid episode, you just have to be aware that like nobody else's life is going to revolve around your wedding,
and nobody cares about your wedding,
and nobody cares. Like they're only going to start thinking about it close to the time. They're going to check in and ask how it is, but that's going to be as far as it goes, and maybe help with a few appointments or things here and there. They're not going to devote their whole next 14 months like budgeting and, you know, doing all these things for your wedding. And I think you've just got to be realistic about that, because if you don't, that's when you end up being really disappointed, and that's how friendships then end up like becoming really awkward. So anyway, just an example of a crazy bride for you guys, bit of entertainment. We'll be back next week with another exciting guest, and we will see you then.
Bye guys.
Thanks for listening.
Please like, follow, subscribe for more.